What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5'3". Man, I'm back again, man, real fast. Real fast. Man, I was on my way out the door. On my way out the door, man. Y'all know where I gotta go. Finna take my dog. Today is the day. I don't feel like going to the gym today. So I'm finna take my dog to the park and just walk him. Just walking, man. That's some good exercise, that walking, man, you know. But anyway, man, but something come across my mind. And I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this video out before I've been forgot. Man, it be so much stuff that after all them years behind it, it's so much stuff that happened and it come across my head. And I'll forget it. If I don't write it down, usually a lot of times I text it to myself. So I go back and I look and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I was going to tell them about this. Different little incidents, because you forget it, you'll forget it. Then it'll pop up to you. Something happen, you'll see some or hear about some or somebody will say something. And it'll remind you, you know what, man, I'm going to tell the foundation about that. I'm going to tell the foundation about that. And so anyway, that's what I'm going to do right now. Man, you can tell from the title, this one here is a wild one, man. This one here is a wild one. I told you before about a dude that was that was locked up with me in Alabama prison system. Man, this man, now, he was, I don't know if you want to call him a jailhouse pimp or what. I don't know what you want to call him. But now, I told you how the demographics are in Alabama when it comes to dudes being in relationships with these boys. You know, that's what they call them, boys. All type of shenanigans. I'm talking about they have ceremonies where when a dude and a little gay dude get together, they'll get married. They'll call it jumping the broom. I'm talking about literally, now y'all tripping on this, literally where they will have, he'll have a couple of his partners come to the wedding, and the gay dude will have a couple of his little gay partners, they'll come. I guess they the bridesmaids and you the best men. And they'll literally have a dude stand up there like he the preacher, say the vows, and hook them up, put them together. Then they got the broom. They went back to the old slave days, like on Roots. They'll lay the broom across the floor, and they'll jump the broom. Call it jumping the broom. They are officially hooked up. They are officially hooked up. I'm not even going to get into the ritual that they had to go through for a divorce. Man, when I tell you it get wild, I tell you it get wild. Now, I tell you in the Alabama prison system, the two main things that you going to get your head chopped clean off your body for, one, them cell phones, two, that gay stuff. That gay stuff. Them two right there. Now, before the cell phones came out, it was the gay stuff, hands down, with the next closest thing, maybe some money or some gang stuff, a way distant second. You know? But the phone, when the phones came, it's the phones, and right on his heels is the gay stuff. I had people in my comments over the last 2 years, they like, you know, they speak on the gay stuff when I talk about it. Well, it ain't me. I'm giving the people what they want. And I could do a video on some regular gangster get down type stuff. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get, you know, a few few views or subs or clicks or whatever you want to call it. But now, you go to talk about this gay stuff. Oh man, they open up the floodgates. So it ain't on me. Of course, with me being in the YouTube, with me being a social media type guy, a YouTuber, I'm going to give the people what they want. And ain't no sense to be lying and act like I didn't see this stuff when I was in prison. I seen it every day. So therefore, I can talk about it. And if this is what they want to hear, boom, this is what I'm going to tell them about. Now, eventually that'll run out because, you know, they did what they did. And I seen it, you know, hey, it ain't a whole lot. Well, it's a whole lot, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm trying to say sometimes you just don't be in the mood to talk about the gay stuff. But now, this story here was a story that I got to tell y'all, man. I got to tell y'all, man. So I told y'all about the dude that he had 4-5 boys when he used to walk down the hallway to go eat. Man, they be right in front of him like a line of ducks. He would make them walk in front of him so he can watch them all. Make sure they wasn't back up flirting with nobody or, doing something they ain't had no business doing. Cause he figured, you know what I'm saying? Cause I asked him about it before. I mean, woo. And he told me, he say, man, Toon, I got to keep my eye on them. You know what I'm saying? And he said it was for their protection, his protection, and others' protection. I'm like, for real? I'm like, what you mean? He say, okay, if I don't see them and they out my eyesight, he say, if somebody come to me and say Toon, not Toon, but say his name. Do I want to say his name? Nah. I ain't gonna say his name. Anyway, and they say to him, look, man, one of your boys did this and this. Now, okay, if he ain't got no proof that the boy did it, he gonna, he got to get at the boy, and he got to, figure out if the dude is lying, if the boy is lying, if it's some mess, some shenanigans involved, and all this old type of stuff. So, it was a bunch of stuff that he really didn't really want to go through. So he said, I'll watch it because, if somebody did something to one of them boys, he was gonna kill him. He was gonna go crazy. Now, if the boy did something wrong, he was gonna make the boy apologize, pay it back, or whatever needed to be done accordingly. So he would keep him in his eyesight. He sat in the cell with him all day. When they was in the day room, when they go watch the movies, they had a whole bench to their cell, and that's how they got out. Anyway, time goes on. Man, it's another dude, man. Now, this dude here, he was an old school cat. Old school cat. He had been down for a minute. He had been down for a cool minute. I think he ended up doing over 40 years. So by the time I met him, he had been down over 30. And he came in with the old mentality that they had in Alabama at one time. So, he was on some, a man is a man gonna be a man. A boy is a boy, and a boy gonna be a boy. And it was rules and regulations as far as he was concerned to what being a boy was. You know what I'm saying? How they conducted themselves, how they walk, talk, look, act, all that. You know what I'm saying? That was his thing. That was his thing. And I would see him around the camp. I'd see him around the prison all the time. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't nothing scary about him. And in fact, he was a killer for real. If you got in his way, you needed to be coming with whatever you was coming with, because he was gonna come with whatever he had to come with. But he was super duper respectful. He would go out his way, you know what I'm saying, to alleviate a problem before it went to something else, because he knew if it went to something else, the level he was gonna go. And they made he didn't, you know what I'm saying, dudes in that state of mind, they don't like going to jail. Jail, what in Alabama, lockup to the hole. Because it takes him away from them boys, and he back there in lockup, he don't know what them boys out there doing, and they back there going crazy. So that's how he was. But now, he was like I say, he was old school. He wasn't gang affiliated or anything like that. Like I say, I see him. I didn't really know him real good like that. I knew of him, seen him and all that, cordial. Boom. So anyway, man, like I say, he was under what look, this is something that they call the old law. He came under the old law. Now, the old law was the gay dudes in the prison system had to conduct themselves in a certain type way. And that's how he was. The ones he had to conduct themselves in a certain type way. He was and he enforced it with an iron fist. That was his thing. You could tell the little gay dudes who came up under one of them dudes with the old law mentality, because they carried themselves in a different type way. They were a little bit more respectful than what we called the renegade boys. Now, I'm calling them boys But in the prison system, we call them some different. The S word. That's what I would call them. I call them that S word. I don't want to use the word on here because, I don't. I ain't trying to get caught up in dudes thinking, oh, he's saying that because what I'm saying, it's disrespectful to this or it's disrespectful to that. I don't disrespect nobody's sets or anything like that. So I stay away from the word. Anyway, but you know the word I'm talking about. Boom. So, get straight to the story I was speaking on. I seen him one day in the block. Man, I seen him one day in the block. Now, this tripped me out. I had never seen nothing like it, heard nothing like it, or anything. But boy, look, I witnessed this with my own two eyes, you know what I'm saying? Up close and personal. We was getting up for breakfast one day. Now, where we were at, this prison had cells, but it had the big dorm living too. It had what they called the parking lot. They had boom. So now in the parking lot, you had big community bathrooms. You know what I'm saying? It might be like 8 or 9 different, toilets, this all 8, 9 different sinks, shower area and all that. So boom. We getting up. Now I don't usually go to breakfast. I don't. I told y'all that before. I don't really care nothing about breakfast. I don't like eating that early. I don't even get hungry till about 11 or 12 o'clock. And I would get up and go to the iron pile, in the morning on an empty stomach and be out there grinding, grinding like Jack Henry, getting it on an empty stomach. But when I did come in and eat, I loved lunch. Lunch was my favorite meal of the day. To me, lunch was breakfast. So by the time I come off the iron pile, we locked down for lunch. By the time we went to lunch, man, I'm eating up a storm. I done bought up, I got a cell full of stuff. And I done bought up all the meat, the bread, the potatoes, big old pouches of tuna, big pouches of peanut butter. I had all that. So by the time I come off the iron pile, man, I'm getting down for my grits and gravy. Boy, I'm going in there. You know what I'm saying? Like the Hulk. I'm eating like a wild, runaway New Guinea slave, Anyway, on this day I was going, it was a Sunday. Now, on Sundays, every now and then I will go because they eat late. They eat late because you don't eat lunch. In the Alabama prison system, you don't get lunch. It's a trip. You only eat twice a day on Sundays. You get a breakfast. Instead of eating your regular breakfast at 4 o'clock at 5 o'clock in the morning, you gonna eat at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? They call that brunch. And the only thing they gonna give you to supplement for missing lunch is one extra biscuit. I got into a real knockdown drag out with the police. I told you about that back there in the lockup. He gonna put my biscuits on a Sunday now, gonna put my biscuits in the grits. Now y'all know I don't eat no grits. I don't want to, if a grit touch some of my food, I won't eat it. Period. Nothing. And then on Sundays, you always used to get the little funny little sausage patties. You know what I'm saying? You get the potatoes. You get potatoes, but you get them like the smothered potatoes. You get like the smothered potatoes, the sausages, the peanut butter jelly with the biscuits and all that. Of course, they put them nasty grits on there too, but I wouldn't eat that. Anyway, so every now and then I go on Sunday. So on this Sunday, I was going and we ate a little bit later. We were eating a little bit later than normal. So it was a dude in the bathroom. It was a gay dude in the bathroom, and I'm gonna say the dude name. His name was Rick. Old school dude named Rick. Rick was coming into the bathroom. Now, in the prison we in at the time, Rick hadn't been there no long time. In fact, Rick hadn't been there for about 3 weeks. He had just transferred from the maximum security prison that I met him in. So in this, he'd been there for about 3 weeks. So, like I say, Rick had been down so long, it didn't make him no different. He doing his time. But he had, like I say, he had what they called the old school mentality. So anyway, man, Rick walks in the bathroom. He had like a little shaving kit and all that in his little shaving kit. I guess he had a toothbrush, toothpaste, and all this and all that. So now when Rick walked in the bathroom, it was a gay dude that was in there, and he was all the way toward the back. at the back stall. He went in there to piss. The gay dude went in there to piss. So now when Rick come up in the bathroom, and I see him, I'm like, shoot, what's up, man? He like, all right, what's up, Big Tone? He looked toward the back and he see the gay dude back there pissing. The gay dude back there pissing, standing up. Rick don't play that. Rick don't play that. Rick come up under the old law that if you was gay, if you was a boy, you had to sit down and pee. He said that if one of them gay dudes was standing up pissing, that was disrespect to a man. And wasn't no whoop-de-wop wham, you know what I'm saying, what he called them. What he called them hoes, you know what I'm saying. He wasn't no hoe finna stand up and piss around him because they don't deserve to do that no more. So I didn't, unbeknownst to me, I don't know nothing about the old law. I don't know how that, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a dang if they stand up, lay down, or sit down, roll over, what. I don't give a dang how they piss. It's on them. That's their business, as far as I was concerned. So here it is, man. Rick, come away from. He walked to the back. When he walked to the back, he slapped him from the back because the boy got his back to everybody. You know he pissed. Man, Rick. Wow. Man, Rick slapped that fool clean off his feet. The boy fell down between the two toilet stalls and hollered, "Ah!" Rick say, "Get up, ho. You get your whoop-de-whoop ass up, ho." So the boy was like, "Man, what you doing? Rick like, "Shut up, ho. What you doing standing up pissing? What you doing standing? You don't stand up and piss. You sit down and piss around me. I bet I never see you standing up pissing. Never." So I'm looking, I'm like, what? You know? So man, Rick back up to get up, ho. And he say, sit down and piss. Man, the boy sat down on the toilet and pissed. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Tripped me out, man. Now I'd heard, all through, about they had to sit down and pee and all. But as far as seeing this take place right here, no, boy, this was new to me, boy. This one right here, man. Okay. Now, the boy had a dude. The boy had a man. Rick don't care nothing about that. So Rick did what he did when the boy sat down and pee. Boom. Rick come back, brush his teeth, and he doing his thing, and the boy ended up leaving. So, me being me, I'm curious. I'm like, hey man, what's up? Remember what's happening? He like, man, that's a whole man tune. Let me tell you something, man. When you in this game right here, when you in this life right here that I'm in, he say, man, you don't let no hoe stand up and piss, man. You don't let them stand up and piss, man. They got to sit down. That's what they do. They sit down and piss like the hoe that they are. I'm like, for real? He like, yeah. That's under the old law right there. That's under the old law. And wherever I go, the old law go too. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, Rick. All right, man. All right. But now I also said to Rick, I say, man, that boy got a dude he messed with, huh? Rick like, man, I don't care. I don't care nothing about no dude he messed with. None of that. Whoever he messed with must be a hoe too, because he didn't train that boy right. But so now remember I told you Rick got his little bag, his little bag with the little handle on it. Got his toothpaste and cosmetics and stuff all in there. Man, Rick come in the bag, come out with a thing about like that, with the heat, with the knife. Rick like, look, Rick like, this what I got for a tough fool. This what I got for a tough fool. Now I did what I did. Now whoever his man is, it's on him to do whatever he gonna do. Cause I ain't playing. And I know Rick wasn't playing. I'm like, oh, all right. I didn't think it was gonna come to nothing else. I didn't think it was gonna amount to nothing else. Everybody go to breakfast, boom, 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 come back. You know what I'm saying? Go to boom, yard, eventually open up. Everybody out in the yard. The prison man at the time, everybody run around all day long. So the punk done went and told his dude. Now the dude lived across the grass in a whole nother block. That's that water, y'all. So now the dude don't know Rick. Rick don't know the dude, but now one thing about Rick don't care. But the dude don't know Rick. All he know is his girlfriend or his boy, whatever you want to call him, then came across this grass and told him that it's a dude over here in this other block done slapped him to sleep. Slapped him to sleep, y'all. So here he come with the tough stuff. He come through the door. So boom. When he was coming across the grass, I happened to be in the front, like it's a sidewalk, because they go around the circle. And they call it the porch. Then you know on the side, I see the boy coming with the dude. They coming fast. I'm knowing what they. I'm like, oh shoot, oh shoot. I don't want to get in it, but I want to see it. I'm nosy as a big dog. I don't want to get in it because I could have easily ran inside and told Rick, Rick, that boy coming with his man. I ain't getting in that. I ain't getting in none of that. But I ran my big stupid behind back up in that building. I'm finna watch this. I'm finna watch this. Boy, I'm worse than Channel 6 News. I post up at the table. I run sit down at the table. One of my little crip partners out of Gaston, he's sitting there running the table doing his thing. So I sit down. I say, cuz, watch this, watch this. He's like, what's up? I say, boy, watch this. I say, see old boy right there. I pointed to Rick. He say, yeah, old school, new dude. I'm like, yeah, watch this, cuz. Woo, it's finna be a show. He like, all right. So I got my feet kicked up. So the boy come through with the dude. Dude come in. Whoop. So the boy point to Rick. Rick see it. So when Rick see it, I don't know what Rick did, but he took a pillow because he said that he took his pillow and put it in the middle of his bed. The knife was on the bed up under the pillow. It was at the head, but he took the knife and put it in the middle and put the pillow over. So dude come up on him and he like, hey man, check this out, man. My boy say, man, you slapped him and da-da-da-da. So Rick tell, we listening. So Rick tell him, yeah, I slapped the man. He say, for what you put your hands on my property for? So Rick tell me, he's like, man, the boy was standing up pissing, disrespecting me. So the dude like, disrespecting you? What? He say, yeah, man, I'm from the old school, man. He said, I'm under the old law. Don't no hoe stand up and piss around me. They supposed to sit down. You should have told him that. So dude like, man, you for real? You tripped me? He like, yeah, I'm for real. That's how that go. He said, man, he's been locked up 34 or 35 years at the time, I think, something like that. So I've been locked up 30 years. And that's how it go, man. If you're going to be in this life, if you're going to be in this game, man, you need to teach them hoes what they supposed to do and how they supposed to do it, man. That's what's wrong now. They run around renegading. So I'm looking. So I'm telling, I'm hitting the little crib homie. I'm like, cuz, man, you hear this, man? You see that, man? This crazy. It's a big dog, man. What? So I'm thinking it's finna be some blows throw, but now the dude listening. So now out of nowhere, the dude tell the boy, like, man, get your ass out of here. Go on over there to my cell. Go back to block. Go sit in my cell, wait on me. So the boy leave, and they sit down on Rick's bed. Rick tell him, yeah, sit down. And they sat there for about an hour, man, and Rick schooled him. Rick told him how it's supposed to go, how you do it, and what to do, and how to do it, and how you go about getting you more than one, and this, that, and the other, and woo, woo, woo. And the dude sitting there like he was in school, listening to it, taking it all in. I'm like, dang. I'm like, well, I tell the homie, cuz I've been going back outside. I thought this was finna be a bloodbath. This ain't nothing, man. Dude come over here and going to he in how to get a boy school. He in training on how to be a prison pimp now. So I end up leaving, man. You know what I'm saying? That situation, that's how it ended. Never did turn into nothing else other than that. I end up leaving out the block, man. But yeah, man, that tripped me out, man. That story, man, I had to tell y'all, man, let y'all know, man. But anyway, man, I got to get up out of here, man. I'm finna go walk my dog, man. I'm finna go get me some exercise and get me about at least 2-3 miles in. But it's me, man, your big partner, man, Cartoon 1, man. I mean, 5'3", you know what I'm saying. But I'm out of here, man. Y'all peace, man. Stay dangerous, stay above ground. I'm out.